Hey people of the internet, this is JuLeDoS. Steel Diver is a game that started out as a tech demo for the original Nintendo DS more than 7 years ago. Now it was available as a launch title for the 3DS, but does this game stand up to the test of time and have there been any significant improvements made? Let's find out. Before I start this review, let me start by saying that this game probably isn't for me, and for that reason I didn't like it much, but other reviewers didn't seem to like it much either, so there you go. But I feel like maybe I didn't like the game because it wasn't like just my type of game. So now that's out of the way, let me start the review. As always, I'll start off by talking about the presentation of the game. The game is divided into neat menus that are controlled by the touchscreen. I really have no complaints about them. I mean, it shouldn't be anything too complicated or anything, right? So for that, I will give the game A. The first mode and the main bulk of the game is missions. In it, you take control of a submarine and you do various, missions. There are 3 different submarines with varying power and speed, and you're going to want to try to beat each mission with each one, and that can get really repetitive, but you have to in order to unlock some of the later missions. You can control the ship using these sliders on the touchscreen, and that's pretty much how this mode works. The second mode is called Periscope Strike. It uses the gyroscope, and basically what it is you use the gyroscope and the A button, and you take out enemy ships. This is a lot of fun, but there's only 3 different levels in it. And the last game is a battle type like game. I haven't really played it much, so I can't really comment on that, but none of the reviewers really seem to mention this game, so I just thought I'd mention that it's there if you ever want to play it. However, the gameplay in the main mission mode isn't that great. Your submarine just feels like it controls really sluggishly, for lack of a better word, and it features some gimmicks as touching the touchscreen to plug up holes, and this is really annoying. It can really mess up the flow of the gameplay. So the gameplay probably just isn't to my taste. It might be better than I say it is, but to me the gameplay is a C-. Graphically, this game isn't too impressive, but the environments are pretty. It may not push the limits of the 3DS, but like I said, it's pretty, and the 3D effect, while it doesn't add anything, just brings out the environments even more. So for graphics, I'll give this game an A. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the controls of the game, and I'm going to have to bash the controls a little bit because they just feel kind of gimmicky. Everything is controlled on the touch screen, and it just doesn't feel necessary. Like, I know that pretty much that's how you control the entire game, but I don't know, I just don't really like it that much. It just doesn't feel like the touchscreen controls really add anything. And so for controls, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this game a C. Okay, so now I'll be talking about the fun of the game, and I'm also going to have to bash the game for this. This game just doesn't feel very fun. Everything you do, it just feels like you're fighting with the controls. And really, you're controlling a submarine. Submarines are slow and boring. I'm not really sure who thought this would be a good idea. And you know, just trying to take out enemies is kind of boring even. And whoever thought this would be a good idea, this is what controlling a submarine in real life is like. It's frickin' dark in here. Oh, well, I guess I should probably send out a torpedo. I hate my boring job. Okay, so now I'll be talking about sound. So, let's just listen to this. Going on a freaking adventure in the submarine.
All ahead, flank.
What happened to the music? Okay, so that's what happens. Like, 30 seconds in from playing music, it just stops. Like, after you play the mission for like 30 seconds, they're like, oh, we didn't really feel like composing enough music for the entire mission, so this is what you get. It just felt kind of lazy. I don't know why they would choose to do that. It doesn't really add any personality to the game or anything, and pretty much it's a change made for the worse if they were planning on having full compositions. And the sound effects are alright. I mean, they're kind of realistic, I guess. And so for sound, I'm going to have to give it a D+. So I know I've already bashed the game quite a bit, but the bashing's not going to end there, because now I'm going to talk about the length for this game. It's pretty awful. So mission mode is divided into 2 modes, campaign and time trials. Each one has 9 missions each, which you can complete. It's every submarine, and that's just not enough. I mean, I'm sorry, campaign has 7 missions, and that's just not enough for a full game that you pay $40 for. And the other 2 modes hardly compensate for it, because the mission mode is the main mode of the game. Periscope Strike will only last you for about 15 minutes at most, and I don't really know anyone who has the game who actually plays Steel Commander. I find it kind of boring, even more boring than mission mode, and the length for this game is terrible. I mean, it was a 3DS launch title, and they charged $40 for it, and that is just inexcusable. And so for length, I'm going to have to give this game a D-. Difficulty. Difficulty-wise, this game isn't really that difficult at all. Most of the difficulty will come from fighting with the controls. So, this game's difficulty gets a 3 out of a scale of 10, because it just isn't that difficult. So, overall, is this game worth it? I have to say no, because this game is really short, and it's just too boring for what you pay. That's just my opinion. Of course, other people may disagree, but just to me, it's boring. And for $40, I wouldn't buy it, but it can easily be found for under 10 online, so go for it if you can find it. So, yep, that's pretty much my thoughts of Steel Diver. Overall, the game gets a C-. Alright, people of the internet, that was my review. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave me some comments, suggestions, praises, criticisms. You know, all that stuff is helpful to me. And so that's pretty much it. You can expect a review for Push Mode next. And people of the internet, I'll see you guys later.